Darkest Dungeons 2 is finally here. If you're new or want a brief refresher, the first Darkest Dungeon came out a few years ago, back in 2016. You lead a band of heroes through a series of dungeons that will inflict not only physical damage to your heroes, but damage to their mental state as well, and of course with various different afflictions. Once a hero's mental state is broken, a quirk comes around, whether it be a good or bad one. So, throughout the original, you must juggle on healing your heroes and protecting their psyche, which in game terms stress level. And torches, your light source, is key to surviving the more difficult dungeons. Now for Darkest Dungeons 2, the new features that is brought to this gothic, Lovecraftian turn-based game is your heroes now have a bonding system that can either benefit your party or hinder it, with a deeper story for each of the heroes that will unlock their full potential as their story is progressed, and more features to come since this is still in early access. Also, just remember, death waits for the slightest lapse of concentration for those who goes into the dungeon unprepared. With that brief summary out of the way, let's jump into the game and see what changes have been made in this new installment to this series.
Ruin has found you at last. My protege, my friend. Our calculations were correct. The ephemeral equation is unbalanced. The Earth spins on a strange and terrifying new axis. And everywhere, unbridled consequence. The world is a wasteland of failures past. And yet, you must ride out into it, unafraid. Take this. It is hope, the very last of it. It is yours now. You were bold once. Be bold once more. Free yourself from this suffocating stillness. Fix your gaze on the horizon. And face the fearsome truth of the darkest dungeon.
And Darkest Dungeon 2 is a roguelike turn-based game. You steer the stagecoach through various areas. The graphics are stunning alongside the animations and sound design, alongside with the music of course. When you're at the towns, that's where you can upgrade your hero's skills, the stagecoach, and buy items to prepare for the next area you're heading to. As you're journeying through the areas, there are watchtowers, battle scenarios, hospitals to heal the heroes, and places called Echoes of the Past, where you get to learn about your hero's backstory. When in battle, you have 5 turns to defeat the enemies, or the battle ends without obtaining loot. The resolves in battle, when a hero or multiple heroes break down from stress, will not only obtain quirks, but also test their trust with their companions, albeit good or bad. Keep a close eye on your torch. Once it reaches 0, you will be ambushed by elite enemies in the area. Do not worry about losing. Like any other roguelike game, you will start over again, but with the additional items that are left over from the previous journey and your level will give you an edge on the next playthrough. My first episode of this game will be up soon, if not now, if you want to check it out. If anything, thank you for watching. Like if you enjoyed this video, comment on who is your favorite hero, and subscribe. Again, thank you all and take care.